guys, welcome to my channel. If the music isn't too loud, I'm going to start off with some smudging. Clear the energy. I hope I find you all well today. I'm so glad you're able to be here live watching this channel. Hi, Carolina. Hi. Hi, Bianca. You just got off work. Yes. Meant to be. Just take a deep breath and clear the energy from work. Clear the energy from your day. Clear the energy from your twin. Hi, Jocelyn. Just trying to clear that energy, guys. Welcome to this reading. Clear your energy. Couple deep breaths, guys. All right, guys, so today I wanted to talk about the twins, of course, and astrology. I want to answer questions, and at the end of my reading, I may do some mini readings at the end, not in the middle. I'll let you guys know. I'm only going to do a few because I realize the energy takes a lot from each reading, so when I do some free readings later, I want it to be spiritual and meaningful and not shuffled and not mistreated in any way. Okay? Let's go ahead. What kind of questions do you guys have? And if you guys don't have any, I'll just start off on my explanations, kind of like a little preaching. All right, guys. Okay, well then I'm just going to start. And I want to start off by saying that twins are special. Not everybody has a twin. Let's talk twins. Maybe you've been told by others that everyone has a twin. Maybe you've been told that you're already in union with your twin, or you believe you've met your twin. And if you've done a private reading, I'm pretty sure you already know if they are not. But let's just kind of talk about some of the signs. And let's also talk about ascension, the symptoms you may be having physically right now. I kind of want to touch on that, make it a more spiritual reading, not always just twins, but you guys are spiritual light workers. What does that mean, right? Well, I'm here to answer some of those questions and let you know that after yesterday's reading, there was quite a few questions about, should I stay in this twin flame relationship when I have a karmic involved, or my twin has a karmic involved and I'm not really happy. Me and my twin have the same last name. That's awesome. So if you're involved with a karmic, or your twin flame is involved with a karmic and they're mistreating you in some way, they're disrespecting you, they're cruel, they're rude, I want to talk about how to deal with that. Because I think there's a lot of us that are lost into the realm of confusion. I can't stay in this relationship being mistreated. No, you can't. Being a soul that is split in two, you have your good parts of yourself, you have your bad parts of yourself. This is a journey. Okay, this is a life journey. There's something special that you were reborn again to perform, to do. My twin and I have the same birthmark in the same spot, and our son is born on Father's Day. I was born on Father's Day. How freaky is that? Yeah, there's lots of good signs like that when you're with the twin. Lots of really interesting signs like that. Where should I begin? Where should I begin with this twin flame journey? Where should I begin? I'm just going to start off, I think. You guys seem interested in about signs for twins, different signs. Okay, yes, there's physical signs. Okay. Hi, Demetria. There is physical signs, birthmarks, last names, synchronicities between family members and names, deaths, synchronizing each other. Maybe you both had somebody die around the same time frame of your life. When you are born, you have a Vedic chart, okay? You have a birth chart, your Rasi chart, okay? You're born and you have a story to tell. The minute you're born, you have your planets aligned, you have your specifics laid out for you. Everyone has free will. Everyone has a conscience. Everyone is ushered to learn new things, or they're ushered to, do something, and everyone doesn't always listen. Sometimes you go on your own path and you do your own thing and you discover things a different way. However, whenever you're born, just like your twin, you have a path. When twin flames reincarnate on this planet, there's only 144, maybe 288,000. Still kind of researching that. Okay? But you're one soul in heaven, or in the universe, one soul in the solar system, however you want to think of that. One soul in the 9th dimension, one soul in the 5th dimension. You're one soul astrologically somewhere else. Just like the yin and the yang, split right down the middle. When you're reincarnated onto this planet, Earth, you're split in two. You may live in different parts of the world, different states. At one point or another in your lifetime, you are magnetized to meet at some point. And the universe usually aligns you to meet specifically at a specific point in time. That's also in your Vedic chart. You can see that in your Vedic chart when you're going to meet your husband or wife, how you're going to meet them, the circumstances of meeting them, and the signs and things around you when you meet them. It's in your birth chart the moment you're born. So if you're a twin, you're already destined to meet this person specifically in a specific way. And the universe will not align that for you. Some people meet their twin as children. Some people meet their twin much older. I will tell you one thing that will affect your twin flame journey radically. If you met your twin before your 30s, you're going to have a much harder karmic clearing than someone in their 30s. And I'm not being an ageist. I'm not saying older is better. Maybe you don't think I'm in my 30s, but I am. I have the grace to prove it. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. In your Vedic chart, you're born with a Rasi chart. You're born with a specific time frame in your life where things are learned. You're gone through life lessons. When you hit 32 or 34, you change over to a new chart, the D9 chart, the Navamsha chart. Things change for you radically at that age. That chart can also come up for you when you're legally married, when you legally become bound with someone, then you can kind of jump into that chart as well. So it can be marriage or just age. But once you've matured at a certain level, your Navamsha chart becomes more number one. Anyways, when you hit this specific chart at this specific age, you will have learned specific life lessons already in your 20s that you were meant to learn. These are things such as overcoming grief and death, overcoming jealousy, rage, overcoming addictions, overcoming sexual bad habits, just unhealthy bad habits in general, overcoming some kind of karmic abuse. And remember, wherever Kathu lies in your Vedic chart is your past life karmic lessons. Wherever Kathu sits in your Vedic chart is where your karmic lessons were already taken care of and done in the past life. So if Kathu sits in your 8th house, okay, this is the house of Scorpio rules. This is the house of death, transformation, karmic lessons, rebirth, marriage, things like, not marriage, but like your spouse's family, your mother-in-law, father-in-law situations. This specific house, just for example, Kathu sits there. You've already dealt with a lot of death and loss in your past life. Example, you've already done that. You've already handled death and loss in your past life. So now you want to let it go. Now in this life, you're not worried about it. Now, if you have Kathu in some specific house, you're not really concerned about that house. Kathu is the voice in your head constantly saying, let it go. Sorry, is that a little bright? Sorry if it's bright, guys. I can fix that. Super bright, huh? Is that better? Let's see. Well, can only make it as good as I can make it, guys. Whatever. I'm going to deal with it. Anyways, wherever Kathu lies is the karmic voice saying, hey, we've already been there, done that, let it go. We don't need to worry about that anymore. So if you have Kathu in your 7th house, example, here constantly pushing away relationships, and you may deal with a lot of divorce. You may deal with a lot of separation and relationships that just can't seem to work out because it's constantly being lost. It's constantly being let go. That's Kathu. Now it changes when you get into your 30s or you're married. And if it walks into a specific house at that age, there's something you have to work with, but it does change over age. So I'm not going to go too much into the astrology or your Vedic chart at the moment unless you have more questions. But in regards to the twin flame relationship, Kathu is very important. Your Vedic chart is very important in regards to this twin flame relationship, because you will see what lessons you've already learned and what lessons you need to master. And then Rahu, hold on. What is Kathu? Sorry, I'm just getting on. Oh, Tierica. If you look at your Vedic chart and Vedic astrology, which I follow, and honestly, I'm ready to kind of let go Western astrology. I know a lot about Western astrology already. I know how to look at your circular tropical chart and see the degrees and this and that. But the problem that I've run into with tropical charts is they haven't kept up with the movement of the solar system, the way the stars have transitioned, the way things have moved from hundreds of years ago. Now they're about, I would say, 24 degrees off, which is a lot. Okay? 24 degrees off makes a big world of difference. You can say you're a Cancer, but you're actually a Pisces. You can say you're a Virgo, but you're actually a Libra. And here we are following this chart, and we're like, this is not even me. I'm following readings, I'm following all this information about me, and it's not even me. So I kind of have a problem with the tropical chart, although I will say one thing, the Vedic chart looks at you from a spiritual view, your auric self and your inner self, and the tropical chart, I think, can tell a lot psychologically about someone. So it still has some good. Okay, my Vedic chart says I'm Taurus instead of Gemini. Yeah, see how the differences are? And it makes all the difference, because also in the Vedic chart you have nakshatras, which are different. There's 3 nakshatras in 9 different areas, and each nakshatra is specific to your personality. They tell details, what you look like, what's good for you, what you're attracted to, your personality, how you deal with things psychologically, what you attract in your life. A lot of information, guys, and I don't want to get too much into the Vedic astrology, but it's quite different, and I do insist that you look into it. And there's some Vedic charts that are not correct. They still go off the tropical system. So if you go online and you see that you're the same sign you are in your normal tropical astrology, change it. Okay? You need to know what you are exactly, truly. Okay? Because then you're going to know your rising sign, which is way more important than your moon sign. Not saying that the moon sign isn't important, but your rising sign is exactly who you are and how people see you and how you interact with people and how you present yourself to people. So you really should be following your rising sign readings as far as the signs go. Not your sun sign or your moon sign. I mean, you can. Sun, moon, or rising, they always say, oh, it goes with sun, moon, or rising. I recommend you follow the rising signs. Occasionally the sun signs. But you're going to find a lot more relative information in a rising sign reading. Vedic is our spiritual chart. That's a good way of looking at it. Bianca, that's a very good way of looking at it. The Vedic chart is spiritual. It's astrological, if that makes any sense. If you can picture the circular chart for the tropical chart and you see the planets and everything, they're more small, they're more inward. So when they're taking a picture of the sky when you're born, it's kind of the inner rim of the chart. And the Vedic chart is the outer rim. There's a whole nother rim that takes another picture of your stars when you're born at a specific time, and it kind of spreads out further. And it's way more detailed. Okay? So anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but back to the twin flame talk, guys. You should be looking at your Vedic astrologic chart to see where you're at. This will tell you a lot about your twin flame journey. I've met a lot of people with a lot of questions. And they're like, should I stay with my twin? He's with a karmic. He's trying to ignore me. He's blocking me. He doesn't want anything to do with me. He mistreats me. Well, let's take a look at your Vedic chart, because if you have Kathu in your 7th house right now, and he's got Kathu somewhere over here, and you guys are constantly butting heads and trying to let each other go, there needs to be some karmic clearing before you can get together. And let's take a look at that. Let's see what needs to be cleared, because this is where the problem lies. It's not that you guys met at the wrong time. You met when the universe said you were going to meet. But then there's the time for triggering. So if you're new to the twin flame journey, this is kind of how it goes. You meet your twin. You may not even realize he's your twin or she's your twin yet, but you'll meet them. That's step number 1. After you meet them and you get along great and you bond, you become bonded, then number 2, you become triggered. This is when you reject each other or someone rejects you. It's the runner-chaser issue. Okay? So that's the second step. Someone's been triggered. Someone's running away and someone's trying to go after them. Someone's distraught and someone's just hiding. Okay, so that's the second spot. Then after that, it comes your karma clearing, purging, clearing. This is the third area. Mine at 17 started triggering at 45. Okay, Carolina. Yeah, it doesn't matter when you meet to when you trigger. It all depends on your chart and how old you need to be when that happens. Also, and I have seen some people trigger too late. They don't want to do any of the work. There are some masculines, mostly the runners or feminines, that are trying to be escaping the triggering, escaping the purging, escaping the clearing. And if you don't want to get spiritual, hey, no one's going to make you. No one's going to say you have to go get spiritual. That has to be a calling within your heart, within you to explore and learn and grow and mature and take care of all that karmic clearing that you needed to from your past life and this life. So that's one thing. Okay, so anyways, after the clearing and the purging, you guys are at a very good vibration. Okay, if you guys are clearing and purging at the same time, awesome. You're going to get together much quicker than others. If you are refusing that, it's going to take a little longer. But once the karmic clearing is done, the 4th step is being in the same vibration, vibrating at the same frequency, coming together like magnets again, which we call union. Okay, so that's the 4th. It's a very stable number. The number 4 is stable new beginnings. Okay, stable foundation, stable grounding. That's the 4th. This is becoming in union. Now, when you're in union, you're supposed to grow. That's the 5th step. You're supposed to grow spiritually together and ascend even further. And once you guys get into ascension together, you can start doing more spiritual work. At first, I wasn't going to address it, but I want my twins, so I'll do whatever it takes. Yeah, it happens, guys. Do what it takes. Some people just want to walk away. I'm sorry that it's like stalling again. This is super annoying. It's 100% charged. Let me hold this down. There. Sometimes if you cover the camera, it will help. Yeah? Okay. Anyways, once you guys are at the correct vibration together, it doesn't have to be 100% 50-50 aligned, but in the same vibration area. Okay? And then you're going to come together in union and you're going to start ascending. You're going to start doing spiritual work together. You're going to learn your gifts. You're going to learn certain things. Now, this kind of union can be marriage, living together, and that kind of thing. Or this kind of union could just be in communication. Seeing each other, living in different spaces, but still in contact, still seeing each other. That's a whole nother kind of union. And I wanted to talk about that with some of you. Okay? Because there is different kinds of union. There is the marriage union, but this is a different kind of union. The fifth stage is coming together and learning and growing. This is healthy. This is either you're in union, you're right near it, ready for marriage and commitment and living together, or you're just in healthy communication. You're seeing each other often, you're intimate with each other, and you're starting to learn more of your spirituality in a healthy way because you're not burdened with stress, pain, anxiety, negative vibrations. You've already cleared some of that, so you're feeling really good. Okay, and at this point, whether you're in communication or union, you're able to lift each other up and grow and become more spiritual. Okay, so that's another kind of union. And I think the sixth step, which is balance, the number 6 is balance and success. I love the number 6, but this is going to be the ultimate union, guys. This is marriage commitment. It's your lifelong journey together. This is the 6th stage, where you've reached the ultimate balance, the yin and the yang, where you have completed your karmic clearing. You have completed a lot of your life lessons. You've become more spiritual. You've become more of a guru and a healer and a helper at this time, and you're able to elevate the world and elevate yourself and elevate others. I'm not sure what seeing pineapples mean. I'm sure there's something to it. I haven't looked into that. I'm pretty knowledgeable about a lot of stuff, but I don't know about stuff like that. Feathers I know, but pineapples, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Okay, guys, do you have any questions on that? Any advice for younger twin flames in separation, no contact, and live in different states? Isabel, yes. My advice for those people, and I keep stalling and I feel like you can't hear me. What the heck? Is it done stalling? Maybe I have to get closer. Sometimes it doesn't pick up on me if I'm not close enough. Okay. It's fine? Okay. Twin flames in separation, and they're younger. This is a big time for you to do your karmic clearing. Again, if you're not sure, look at your Vedic chart. Start to see where Kathu lies. See where some of your baggage is lying. See where you're having struggles. See where Rahu is. Rahu brings things in. He's the planet of obsession. He's actually a shadow planet. He's an eclipse. He's not even a real planet. He's just an eclipse. Hi, Esmore. So Rahu actually eclipses any other planet that is with him or her in that house. Okay? So Rahu, say you have your sun in the first house, and Rahu's sitting there in the first house with your sun and Mercury. Depending on how many degrees apart they are, if they're like 20 degrees apart, he's not as malefic. If they're close together, like 5 degrees apart or less, then he's malefic, and he will eclipse your sun and Mercury and make those positive aspects kind of diminish. and you'll become extremely obsessive about yourself, conceited, or always wanting more, never feeling satisfied. And that could be some serious karmic clearing, right? You can defeat that. You don't have to sit with that, but you'll know that it takes some clearing. Your Rahu is in Taurus. Okay, now where is Taurus? What house is Taurus in? If Rahu's in Taurus, what house does Taurus sit in? He's normally the second house, but in your Vedic chart, it takes a picture of where everything is at when you're born. So Taurus could be sitting in your 8th house, and Rahu's with Taurus in your 8th house. So it all just depends. Anyways, it does make a difference, because the planet that rules Taurus it's in your 3rd house. Okay, so that's the house of Gemini. Mercury rules that. So you have Mercury, and then you have Venus, and then you have Rahu. And you need to see how many degrees apart they are, but at that point, Rahu is shadowing your Mercury and your Venus, which is making you wanting the nicer things a lot more. He's going to turn up the heat. Rahu is like Jupiter almost. He's like the shadow of expansion. Your ascendant node is in Taurus. Yeah, so you're rising. Here you are wanting more. You want nice things. You like a stable home. You like, let's just say, finer dining. You like more communication. You like social media probably a lot more than a lot of other people. Maybe you're a little bit obsessed with Facebook. Maybe you're a little bit obsessed with Pinterest. Maybe you're a little bit more into going out than other people. Which is funny, because I think if you have Rahu in your 3rd house, you have Kathu in your 9th house, which would mean that the more you want out of socialism, like social life, politics, people, the more you're involved with social aspects, and the more you're a talker, which, by the way, you'd make an excellent book writer. You can write the most imaginative books like Twilight or Harry Potter, all those imaginative books. Rahu is very imaginative. He can help you write books. And with Gemini, it's the Hasta Nakshatra, and I don't know exactly what you're in, but you'd be excellent at book writing, excellent at writing even movies, being in the media, being in the limelight. You could even be famous, possibly, depending on your other nakshatras, but you could be famous as far as media goes. Even if it's just over YouTube, you could have a larger name. Yeah, your Kethu's in Scorpio, not the 9th house. Okay, the 8th house. I've been thinking of starting to pick up writing. Yeah, so you're going to notice with Rahu there in the 3rd house, you're going to want to do writing. And you're probably very quick at it. You're probably one of those quick texters, quick typers, extremely good with English, extremely good with communication. Okay, but it can also be an obsession. Rahu is something that will make you obsessed. And with Taurus, it's home, it's family, it's financial security. Okay, it's very earthy. So you can find that you're overly obsessed with that. You're overly interested in a bigger house and nicer things, nicer cars, respect, quality. You'll notice a lot of the things in your home are not cheap. You like expensive things. You have expensive taste. Anyways, with Kathu in your 8th house, ascendant node, what does a ascendant node in Aquarius mean? Ascendant node is not a thing. There's a south node and a north node. Your ascendant is your rising. That's your rising sign. Okay, guys, well, I'm just going to keep going forward. Where did I leave off here? I'm just blabbing and blabbing, helping someone out there. Well, guys, in regards to the twin flame journey, your Vedic chart will help you. It will help you see what karmic clearing you need to do, what things you need to overcome, certain things about your chakras that you need to have cleared. Okay, stages of twin flame journeys. Yeah, and I went through the stages. Oh, you're saying that's where I was? Yeah, so the 6th is balance. Okay, so that's when you guys finally are able to start doing your work, start being your light worker selves, helping the universe, helping the earth, helping people go forward. Okay, so once you've cleared some of that karma, you guys can work together as a team and do things differently. All I know is I'm a Taurus with a Leo moon and Aquarius rising. I'm very fixed. And that's true, Bianca, but is that in your Vedic chart or your tropical chart? Because your Vedic chart is going to be 30 degrees somewhere else. So that may not even be you. So we'll have to check that out, guys. I'm just going to give you an example real quick. In my tropical chart, I am the moon Cancer. No, I am sun Cancer, excuse me. Moon, I am an Aries. And my rising sign is it Sagittarius? I don't go on my tropical chart very much. But my tropical chart, yeah, Cancer, Aries, and Capricorn. Okay, that's me in my tropical chart. In my Vedic chart, I am Pisces, Moon, and I am Gemini, Sun, and I am Sagittarius, Rising. So it does make a difference. Okay, so you see how it differentiates tropical to Vedic. Big changes, totally different personalities, right? Your moon, just so you know, guys, whatever chart you're going off of, your moon represents your mind, your mother. This is your mind and your mother. The moon represents your upbringing, how your brain was developed, how you are a thinker, how you think about life, how you think about love, how you think about children, how you think about family, how you think about anything. The moon is your subconscious. This is your active spiritual mind. This is like part of your DNA. It's just part of who you are. It's inside you, and you cannot. It's stuck on me. It's stuck on me. Is anybody else seeing me stuck? I don't like how it's pausing like this. I may have to restart it. Is it super blurry? I have never heard any of this stuff. I have to look into this. It's worth looking into. It's really much too. Back a long time, but just since the 70s they gave it the name Vedic, but it's really a sidereal. It's a sidereal chart. Okay, there's in there. It's stuck. Come on. What is going on here? That fix it? I hope it fixed it. It looks like it did fix. Okay. Perfect. Maybe I just have to get a little bit closer. Okay, so I'm just going to get a little bit closer because I think the camera has to be fixated on me in a closer proximity for it to not act up like that. Possibly. Okay. And that's where it is. Moving on, guys. Any other questions that you guys might have that I can answer? This is Twin Talk. I don't just want to be a blabber. I want to answer questions. What other questions do you guys have? It's not stuck for me. Okay, good. What is all of the houses, Tierica? Okay, yeah, let's talk about all the different houses. The first house is like your ascendant sign. The first house is who you are. And I'll just talk about it like in Vedic astrology. That's who you are. That represents you. That's how the world sees you. This is how you want the world to see you. And this is what you want for yourself. This is how you dress, how you look, how you act, how you talk. It kind of is like your mask. It's your makeup you put on for the day. Your rising sign, okay? This is how you present yourself to the world and how the world sees you, okay? And it's still freezing up on me. Dear goodness. Guys, I might have to close off and start again. This can't go on like this for the next 20 minutes. Are you guys seeing me clear? Because it looks psychedelic. Like there's a hand moving and there's like multiple hands. Do you guys see that? It's not frozen. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep talking then. Yeah, it is. See, Joy? I see you, but it's blurry. Guys, I'm going to have to like click off and start up again. Please find me. I'm going to start off again live. This can't work.